What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing this afternoon? I.O.B.A. I'm TC. You know, by now everybody is aware, or should be aware, that the Donald Trump Mueller investigation thingy is pretty much wrapped up, and they claim to not have found anything on Donald Trump that indicates that he colluded with the Russians to steal the election from stinking ass Hillary Clinton. Now, don't get it twisted. Donald Trump is a nasty motherfucker, and I ain't got no use for him either. I mean, you know. But my thing is, well, two things. First, I don't know if anybody out there watches the fucking Young Turks, but I don't even know why they still fucking got a network. I don't even know why they still up and running, because they was going hard on this Russia shit and MSNBC. That's all these motherfuckers talked about for 2 years. And that Cenk Uygur dude, he was like predicting out the ass that Donald Trump wouldn't last another 6 months, another 4 months, another this, another that. And he was going hard on that shit. He kind of looks stupid right now. Because they I don't know if it's because, you know, Donald Trump hired a new attorney general that favors him more, and his attorney general won't bring an indictment against him or whatever. But the point is, ain't nothing gonna happen to that motherfucker, at least not when it comes to this Russian shit. Now, there's some other investigations going on, but I don't think they're gonna go nowhere either. I think this motherfucker gonna be here in the White House for at least the next 2 years. And the other thing is, from an ADOS standpoint, goddamn Joy Reid and Angela Ried was talking all of that shit about Russian bots funding our organization, and the ADOS people are basically all Russian bots, and all of that shit they were talking about. And now that the whole Russia excuse for everything is pretty much flushed down the toilet, I wonder what they're going to say now. I mean, because anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together, any black person anyway, knows that Russia and Vladimir Putin and the rest of them don't give a fuck now, nor have they ever given a fuck about black Americans and the shit we go through in this country. They really don't. Especially not to the point where they'll come up with a whole fake movement designed specifically to divide black Americans. I mean, really. No, they don't love us like that. We don't mean that much to them. So Joy Reid and Angela Ried can, I guess, they can, well, eat a bag of dicks or something right now, because you can't be proven more wrong if you tried to. We are not funded by Russian bots. We are real. The movement is real. It doesn't have like one leader. It's kind of an ideology. And it's real. It's true. I don't understand how in the hell in their right mind they could even come out against a movement like ADOS. Yeah, they say, like I said before, they said it's divisive. But so, I mean, a little divisiveness is called for in this situation. We need to divide ourselves from other groups so that when we come after the crackers for our reparations, they know exactly who they owe and who needs to be paid and who they need to cut the check to. That's us. So they kind of owe us an apology right now. They really do. They owe us a big, wet, sloppy apology. Because, listen, A lot of immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean, they come here, man. They come here with this big ass head start to begin with, and they live at the level of middle class white Americans. They live at the level of middle class white Americans when they get here, because when they come from Africa, most of them now, when they come from Africa, they come already educated, already with their skills in place. Their parents probably sent them to school here. They're usually upper class Africans. You know what I mean? They're not everyday truck drivers and farmers and shit that scrape together their last dollar to come to America. No. They're usually the upper class. And like I said, they get here and they live at the level of upper middle class Americans, white Americans, when they get here. Just check Tone Talks and he'll tell you what the numbers are. And then when you come from a lot of countries in the Caribbean, a lot of them have free college education. So you come here and you have your degree already. You send that shit off to Joseph Silney. That's a company that evaluates, degrees from outside the country, and they'll tell you whether or not your degree can be honored here. And if you come from the right country, and most of them do, the degree that they got in the Caribbean is good here. So they can jump right into a professional job and not have to go through all of the bullshit that black Americans have to go through. Puts them right in the fucking upper middle class. Walk in the door making $45,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. We have to do a lot more to get to that level. So Joy Reid and Angela Ried and Rowland Martin and people like that, they don't have to deal with all of that. So they don't seem to understand that. But the thing is, if you don't understand it, you can't get behind it, don't try to shoot it down. Don't try to shoot it down out of fear, because I think that's what it is. Don't try to shoot it down out of fear that you will lose the support of the majority of black people in this country. And they will. And they will. And when the white folks start cutting the checks, and they're going to have to cut the checks, when them white folks start cutting the checks, they won't be eligible for one. The people from Africa immigrants from Africa won't be eligible for one. And that's cool. That's cool. What they need to do is petition the countries that enslaved and colonized them. And some of them are. And they need to be getting behind that. They need to be getting behind those reparations movements. Just like we're doing here and getting, our reparations movement going. We're American descendants of slavery. But anyway, don't believe the hype. The Russians never have and never will give a fuck about black Americans to the point where they'll hey, my wife just came home. Where they'll develop a whole fake movement in order to divide us and conquer us. They ain't on it like that. But anyway, I gotta get with this workout. Everybody loves Monday because it's bench press day. I guess I ain't no different. Anyway, that's it, y'all. TC, and I'm out.